welcome to your YouTube channel. Please like, share and subscribe your own channel, School Studies. Now you might be thinking, why to subscribe my channel, School Studies? So here is the answer. You will get daily one video related to different subjects. It will help you and your child understand the topic easily. In your channel, there are videos related to the subjects like English grammar, general knowledge, social science, mathematics and science. So today we will see video related to the subject social science. In that, today's topic is the cyclone. A storm or system of winds that rotates about a center of low atmospheric pressure advances at a speed of 20 to 30 miles, about 30 to 50 kilometers an hour, and often brings heavy rain. That condition is known as cyclone. How do cyclones occur? So this is the cyclones format. How do they occur? Let's see in explanation. Cyclones develop over warm sea near the equator. Air heated by the sun rises very swiftly, which creates area of very low pressure. As the warm air rises, it becomes loaded with moisture, which condenses with massive thunder clouds. Surrounding air rushes into fill the void that is left. But because of the constant turning of the earth on its axis, the air is bent inwards and then spiral upward. The swirling winds rotate faster and faster, forming a huge circle which can be up to 500 to 1000 kilometers across. At the center of the storm is a calm, cloudless area called the eye, where there is no rain and the winds are fairly light. Types of cyclones. A cyclone describes a weather system characterized by swirling winds around a low pressure center. Wind direction around the low is counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere, clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Coming in a wide variety of sizes and settings, cyclones cause some of the most dramatic and outright violent weather on the planet, including the tropical cyclones known as hurricanes and typhoons. The science behind cyclone will help you understand why, where, and how this weather phenomena exists. Tropical cyclone. The National Weather Service defines a tropical cyclone as a rotating system of clouds and thunderstorms that originated over tropical and subtropical areas. The major tropical cyclone basins includes the North Atlantic, including the Caribbean, Eastern Pacific, Western Pacific, North Indian Ocean, Southwest Indian Ocean, Southern Pacific, and Australian region. Typically, tropical cyclones develop within 5 and 30 degrees of latitude, as they require ocean waters of 80 degrees Fahrenheit or so to form. Winds funnels into a low pressure disturbance, evaporating warm surface waters and releasing energy as rising air condenses into clouds. Next is hurricane, cyclone, typhoon, and tornadoes. The terminology associated with the tropical cyclones can be confusing because people call this dangerous storm by different names in different parts of the world. In the North Atlantic and Caribbean, as well as the Northeastern Pacific, where you go by hurricane. In the Northwest Pacific, the most active tropical cyclone basin in the world, they are typhoons, while the while in the Indian Oceans and South Pacific, they are simply tropical cyclones or cyclones. Tornadoes much smaller and more localized than tropical cyclones and capable of generating even higher wind speeds are occasionally colloquially called cyclones, though they are completely different storms. Mesocyclones, that is tornado factories, especially strong thunderstorms called supercell thunderstorm, which generate by far most of the world's strongest tornadoes, exhibit spinning up drafts called mesocyclones. Rotating wall clouds may descend from mesocyclones and ultimately form a funnel cloud, which, if it contacts the ground, becomes a tornado. The United States experiences approximately 1,700 mesocyclones a year, with roughly 50% of this turning into tornadoes. Mid-latitude and extratropical cyclones. Cyclones and typhoons may be better known to lay people, but the cyclone storms that developed along frontal boundaries in the middle latitude, called extratropical cyclones or mid-latitude cyclones, are just as significant. These cyclones, which, unlike their tropical counterparts, develops where sharp temperature gradients exist between adjoining air masses, can be much larger than hurricanes, although their winds are generally weaker. A prominent example of the mid-latitude cyclone is the nor'easter that often impacts the US East Coast, particularly in winter. Polar lows, or we can say Arctic hurricanes. Hurricane-like cyclone called polar lows occasionally form over Arctic and Antarctic seas, sparked by frigid air moving over somewhat warmer ocean waters. In the northern hemisphere, meteorologists sometimes call polar lows Arctic hurricanes because both their energy source, heat transferred from water to air, and latent heat released by cloud condensation, as well as their spiraled cloud bands over somewhat similar to a tropical cyclones. Polar low often form quickly, sometimes in less than 24 hours, and can be difficult to forecast. The effects of a cyclone. A cyclone is a system in which winds rotate inward towards an area of low atmospheric pressure in the northern hemisphere. Cyclones circulate counterclockwise, and in the southern hemisphere they circulate in a clockwise direction. There are 6 types of cyclones, including what is typically referred to as hurricanes, as well as polar cyclones and mesocyclones. All types of cyclones are capable of causing massive destruction depending on where they strike. Strong winds in cyclones. Cyclones, especially those in the tropics, are known for their strong winds. These winds are typically stronger on the right side of the storm in the northern hemisphere, but even the weaker winds on the left side of the storm can cause major damage. In addition to wind speeds, gusts, and sustained heavy winds affect how much damage is done. Flying debris over contribute to the effect of cyclone damage on populated area. A dangerous rain event. As cyclones develop, they pull warm water from the oceans into their cloud system. This precipitates out as heavy rainfall. Heavy rains associated with cyclones leads to flash floods, a major cause of deaths during a cyclone. Whether or not flooding will occur depends on how much rain the cyclone is putting out, the speed of the system, and the geographical characteristics of the area. Even systems that are not putting out much rainfall can cause flash floods if they sit over a certain area of land over long periods of time. Soil that does not absorb water well as mountains and hills that cause runoff, and plants that prevent runoff, are all geographical characteristics that contribute to flash flooding. Storm surges. Storm surges are caused by wind blowing across the open ocean. As waves build up speed and size, they become too big to crash against the beach without surging inland. Storm surge causes coastal flooding, especially in low-lying areas. As storm surges recede, they contribute to one of the prominent environmental impacts of cyclones: beach erosions. There are several factors that affect the size and strength of storm surges, including the slope of the ocean floor, the coastline's space, shape, and the absence or presence of coral reef. Tornadoes, another type of tropical storm damage. Hurricanes or tropical cyclones frequently cause tornadoes, a weather phenomena that isn't typically associated with the tropics. The tornadoes are formed as the hurricanes crosses inland or coastlines. The wind force of tornado, along with the sudden drop in pressure it causes, is responsible for much of the damage attributed to the tornado. Destruction caused by the cyclones. So these are the destructions which are caused by the cyclone. This is massive destructions which is caused by the cyclones. Trees, buildings, etc. collapse due to the strong wind, killing many people. Storm surges are strong winds push water towards a shore. The low pressure area in the eye lifts water surface in the center, which has high 3 to 12 meter. It appears like a water wall moving towards a shore. As a result, water enters the low coastal areas and causes severe loss of life and property. Cyclones may also cause prolonged heavy rains. This may lead to floods, causing heavy losses. Water becomes contaminated and people may suffer from various waterborne diseases. It may block the rail and road transport system as well as telephones and other communication systems. So this was all about cyclone. I hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you. Please leave comment, question or doubts in a comment section if you have any, or you can drop a mail to us. You will find my email ID at the end of this video. You can also follow the channel School Studies on Facebook page, Instagram, connect us on LinkedIn and tweet us on Twitter. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.